It's the Thursday Morning House Call with Dr. Lane Aiena. Brought to you by Huntsville Memorial Hospital.
And good morning. Big Len Edwards with you in studio with me, Dr. Lane Aiena. Good morning, Dr. Lane.
Good morning. How you doing today?
It's Thursday, means it's Friday Eve. The weekend is upon us.
The hot weekend. This heat dome can just get on out of here.
We are under a heat advisory starting at noon today until 8 o'clock tomorrow night.
Man, I went home Monday, and it was a long day, as I am apt to have in my line of duty. And I was like, man, I just need to go for a walk. It was 97 degrees at 6:30. I've never wanted to be healthy that badly. 97 degrees is crazy at 6:30. Hey, the sun's going down. I need a temperature to follow. So,
no, like you said a couple weeks ago, we're approaching the Burr months.
Yes, which is going to be great. Throw on a hoodie. Ooh, I love throwing on a hoodie. But I can actually go for my walks and not come back and tell the kids, Daddy needs like 10 minutes under a fan so that the sweating can stop. Which is actually a pretty good segue into what we're going to talk about this week.
What are we talking about?
So I think that one of the values of this show, it's twofold. You and I kind of have a no hypocrites policy. We try to explain what we've done and how we've lived and how we've done things. And we've been very honest about our own personal journeys. One of my personal journeys that I'm not sure I've ever said on the air before is prediabetes. And I thought I would share that today and how it has affected my life and what prediabetes is. So not a lot of people know this, but around 36, the years all blend together, especially if you have kids. But around 36, I thought I'd have a little fun, and I slapped on a continuous glucose monitor at work, one of those things you stick on your arm. And I thought, this will be great. I can see what my blood sugar's doing. And buddy, I didn't like what it told me. I woke up the next morning pre-diabetic. It's not that I had caught it the day it started. Let's get that clear right now. But you want to talk about an attention grabber at 36 with prediabetes. Now, I was a hefty fella, to put it politely. That's not how my friends describe me, but I'll say hefty fella back then. The way I tell this story always is I spent a couple, I'll say weeks, it was probably months, pouting and feeling sorry for myself. But then I decided, you know what? That's not going to be reversing this prediabetes. So I thought I'd talk about what is prediabetes and what can you, the listener, do, and what did I do? What did my journey look like? Prediabetes is a warning sign. It is not a harbinger of diabetes. It does not mean you are doomed to diabetes. It means your blood sugar is creeping up. Now let's nerd out a little bit. How does that happen? So you're eating too many carbs being bread, tortillas, rice, of course, cupcakes, cakes. And then we think about the sugary beverages. We love our sweet tea here in Walker County. Then Cokes. We all love sodas. Let's just be honest with ourselves here. Your body compensates for that by producing insulin. That brings that sugar back down. Remember, carbs are converted to sugar, and the sugary beverages, the cake, that's just sugar. Over time, your insulin receptors get dull. Just like anything else you'd use in real life, they get dull if they get overused. Well, your pancreas compensates by producing more insulin. It's like, I got this. So it makes more insulin, more compensation, but eventually the pancreas gets tired and eventually it can't keep up anymore. It loses the battle and your glucose levels, that blood sugar, starts to creep up. Now, that means that once you catch this, it's already been in a fight for a long time. So what do? There are ways to reverse prediabetes. Now, there are genetic components you can't fix. I have diabetes in my family. I can't change my family history. You, the listener, probably can't change your family history either. But there are things you can fix. I got on a weight loss journey. So what I started doing is I lowered my carbohydrates significantly. Luckily, I'm a big nerd. I know exactly what was going on. So I knew if I wanted those receptors to get some sensitivity back, I needed to stop eating so gosh darn many cookies. And maybe I didn't need ice cream at night. You know what I mean? I tried to improve my sleep. Sleep really goes a long way in improving insulin sensitivity. With 4 children, that was easier said than done, but I managed to pull it together. And then exercise. And there are 2 big forms of exercise that we talk about. Cardio, which I walked 2 miles 5 times a week minimum. I was militant about it. And that is a word other people use to describe it. Militant about that and about my carbohydrates. And then there's also strength training, which is why you see this muscle-bound freak before you standing by the microphone. Folks, he's rolling his eyes. I know you can't see it. If it was a video on YouTube, you'd see it. Believe it or not, skeletal muscle is one of the biggest dumps for blood sugar you can build. So cardio is important, and working out your muscles, getting those bigger muscles, getting that storage space is good too. Now, I have lost a significant amount of weight. I have built a little muscle up. I'm still doing my exercise. I actually just got back to it, which is why I thought about this topic today. And folks, you can too. Now, does this mean that you will never get diabetes? No, but weight loss of about 10%, relatively modest, what the research shows, and maintaining it. Maintaining that lifestyle lifestyle, folks, you could really turn those prediabetes around. And don't use it as something to feel bad about. Use it as something like I did, a warning shot, something to get your attention and to turn your life around. That is the best time to catch it. That is the best time to catch your blood sugar creeping up. So if you are, I'm going to say fortunate enough to catch your blood sugar creeping up in the pre-diabetes range, go to your doctor, obviously, but I'm assuming you know this. Lower the carbohydrates, lower the sugar, go for those walks, do a little muscle training, work on that sleep, and you can improve your health for the long term.
What fantastic advice from Dr. Aiena. Absolutely fantastic. All right, that's this week's edition of the Thursday Morning House Call, brought to you by Huntsville Memorial Hospital.
Let's keep Huntsville healthy.